Yes, I'm driving. So I know it's probably a bit of a cliche for a woman's first YouTube vlog thing, video essay, to be about Cinderella. But go with me here. I'm not talking about the Disney one or the newer live action Disney one. I want to talk about the Rogers and Hammerstein, because I think it's really underrated, as most Rogers and Hammerstein things are. Because I believe that this duo have a very unfair representation, very unfair reputation as being soft and fluffy and family friendly, and I have no idea why. Because their content is incredibly dark. It's all about racism or imperialism or spousal abuse or Nazis. And South Pacific, for heaven's sakes. You Have to Be Carefully Taught is an incredible song and will never stop being true, unfortunately, of the way people train their children and entire populations to hate. But I think the least dark thing I've ever seen from them, and I want to qualify that I've never seen State Fair and I have no idea what it's about, is their version of Cinderella. Starring alternatively Julie Andrews or Leslie Ann Warren or Brandy. In various different versions. And I think it's really underrated because it's a lot more influential than people give it credit for. For one thing, it's one of very few versions where they have met before they get to the ball. He doesn't know it's her when they get to the ball, but like in Ever After, and I guess in the newer Disney version of Cinderella, they've encountered each other before. He's riding through the countryside, and she meets him and offers him water, and he's impressed by her kindness. And, yeah. So it's not just he sees someone and he thinks she's pretty and they dance and suddenly love. They have actually had encounters before, or an encounter before. And another influence it might have had on newer versions is, like in the Ever After version, Prince Christopher feels trapped and directionless and like a prize that's being fought over, and is kind of humiliated and saddened by that. Doesn't come out right out and say, I'm not a prize to be won like Princess Jasmine, but he does talk about being the prize that's being fought over. So, and where am I going? This is also a version that acknowledges that the love at first sight thing is perhaps based on absolutely nothing. The two meet, they dance, they have a connection, they duet about, you know, how 10 minutes ago everything was different and now they've met and they're floating in the sky and all that. But they also have a song that questions whether or not this is anything other than hormones. He asks, do I want you because you're wonderful, or are you wonderful because I want you? And they both ask, are you the sweet invention of a lover's dream, or are you really this interesting? And I think that has a lot over a number of other versions where they meet and they sing, so this is love, like the Disney one. They at least acknowledge that that's there. So, there's my case for Rogers and Hammerstein Cinderella.